Hello, ladies and gentlemen, again, and thank you very much for joining us for this class, Introduction to Resilience Economy. So we're talking about, generally, the last class, about how resilience economy theory started and the basics of it. And today we're going to talk about reviewing how resilience models impact the community, especially the relevant to socioeconomic development. Now, the resilience economy we discussed in the last class is about the ability to quickly recover from illness, change, and misfortune or buoyancy. It is can be seen in the property of the materials that can absorb things. In general, we can see lots of materials around us that cannot be bent or can be bent, and it can be stretched or can be compressed, and it will have a high elasticity, including plastic materials, including aluminum materials, and so on. And they represent what we talk about in relevant to practices. Because in practice, we need to have some our part of our practices and approaches can be switched, can be bent, can be compressed, and can have a good elasticity so that it does not break. So the thing about resilience is about ability to absorb so that we don't break. Whether we break in life, we break on accepting things and so on. Our ability to restore all the inspirational needs is a part of the resilience we're talking about. Now, these deeds can be relevant to societies, communities, and they can help us to build better capacity, better ability, better acceptance of disturbance, disasters, and adapt to that. And prepare yourself to these such type of accidents or European crises. Now, the meaning of resilience, where we spoken about earlier, is about the ability to spring back or rebound or even return to the targeted position even after being bent or being compressed or being stretched. So resilience can be seen in recovery readily from war, from illness, from depression, from adversity. So a person or an organization or community who are described to be resilient, they are more buoyant, more flexible enough not to break. So, for example, we can see that even this mission in Zoli and Italy, with resilience, where they focused on the ability to dynamically react to the unexpected, to patch up holes as they appear, to keep things from going out of control. Here, where resilience makes a difference to inspiration economy. So, resilience have a role in inspiration economy. Resilience has achieved a significant actual attention because of a trend for growing, even with during risk. Its ability to manage violence, conflicts, climate change, disasters, global shocks, uh, urbanization, aging population. The ability of such practices help us to build up what we call optimism, facing fear. We have a moral compass. Even in time of scarcity, we have a meaning, a purpose of growth. We have social support. We look for role models. We create training. We have a training fitness, and we have a flexibility of cognitive and emotional thing. And also, we built our religion and spirituality always. The mindset of inspiration need to practice the ability to being resilient and being able to mediate. This OECD European literature talks about but focus on that resilience can be built based on the emphasis that working in silos no longer makes sense if we are able to deal with it with these risks properly. So if we are able to deal with risks properly, then we can work on silos. Otherwise, we need always to work on groups, and we must be connected with each other. So society development actors and even states leaders will need to work more closely together so that they can bring the best outcome. So resilience also have an inspirational level. So resilience will help us to be more adaptive capacity, to build a more adaptive capacity, and this adaptive capacity will help us to be more able to manage vulnerability. So we'll have better intelligence for to be more productive. We'll be more actually will not be blindsided, so we'll be not easily attacked, and we can estimate the future, and we can forecast actually and be proactive and preventive. So resilience is an inspirational edge that let us join forces in a multi-disciplinary way so that we can become change agents and we build new layers in our communities and establish actually a better focused efforts that transform our goodwill intentions into better working practices on the ground. Resilience it have a role also in social resilience because resilience built for us communities that we're taught and even challenged on how to compromise. So being resilient means we learn from being how to the ability to compromise, ability that we should interact with each other and we take life challenges as part of life reality. So we become more lifelong learners. So if you can see resilient people, they will be having more additional state for absorption rather than those who will only be rigid. And this will help us to overcome the consistent depressions and the society disorders, thus, it increases our society's resilience. The impact of resilience model in socioeconomic development is very high. So, for example, resilience models can play a significant role in shaping any socioeconomic development in a community, in a village, in a city, by reducing actually risk and enhancing our preparedness. So resilience models will emphasize risk and will reduce the risk actually, and it will emphasize resilience model, sorry, would help to reduce the risk and prepare us to minimize negative impacts even to potential disaster and crisis. By investing actually in infrastructure, early warning systems, contingency plan, mitigation plans, risk management plans, communities can avoid significant economic losses and disruptions. Through resilience economy, we can also build adaptive capacity. Means that our resilience models will be more adaptive capacity. It means enabling our community to respond effectively to changing circumstances, and this will make us more adaptable to seize new economic opportunities and to adjust to evolving economic conditions. The other thing of the role of resilience economy in social economic development, it will enhance our diversification of economic activities. So it will promote diversification and invest to reducing communities' dependence on single type of source, industry, or sector. So a diversified economy is better equipped to handle economic downturns and create more stable economic environment. The other things that is can be seen is the social cohesion and support network. Through resilience economy, we can see that there's socio-economic development which through building social cohesion and that is supported by support network within the community. This support network can foster the collective actions and help us to collaborate and build up truly network in challenging times. Socially connected communities are more resilient in times of crisis and can recover more quickly. For that, we need to always to build up and emphasize the connectivity within the community, the engagement of the community itself. The fifth part that is proves the role of social economy development that is created by resilience economy is that this type of economy, it works on inclusive growth and equity. It means that resilience models uh, help us to create inclusive growth and equity through ensuring all segments of the community benefit from the socio-economic development. Including economic policies reduce vulnerability and help enhance the overall resilience of the community. Through actually, again, focusing on sustainable resource management, we can develop further socio-economic development through resilience economy because it emphasizes sustainable resource management practices and ensures that the community's natural resources are prevented, uh, are preserved for future generation. So natural resources is one of the focus of the resilience economy because through it we can minimize our dependence on the financial economy. The sustainable practices lead which lead to general long-term economic viability and reduce variable related actually resource depletion will help the economy to develop. Now, the institutional and policy resilience is very important. Resilience models focus on enhancing the resilience of the institution and governance systems. Strong institutions can better navigate challenges, foster economic development, and adapt policies to meet changing circumstances. So, investment in human capital is also another part that help the economy to develop because the resilience economy recognize the importance of investing in a human capital, including education, skills, training, and health. A well-educated and healthy workforce is more adaptable to productive and driving socio-economic development. The ninth part that shows that resilience economy has a role in socio-economic development is the financial resilience. Through resilience models that we create through projects and labs and so on, we can encourage communities to build financial resilience by establishing emergency funds, insurance mechanisms, and microfinance opportunities. These measures can help individuals and businesses recover after adverse events. Well, another point is about the public and private partnership. Collaboration between the public and private sectors is essential in resilience models. Public and private partnership can leverage resources and expertise and implement initiatives that drive socioeconomic development and build resilience. The 11th part of the role of resilience economy in socioeconomic development is the continuous learning and improvement. Resilience models emphasize continuous learning and improvement by regularly evaluating and adapting strategies based on experiences and lessons learned. Communities can become more resilient and better prepared for the future. Community engagement and ownership is also really important. Through resilience models, we can promote community engagement and build ownership of development initiatives. When community members actively participate in decision making, they become more invested in building a resilient future. And this is again part of the outcome of resilience economy. I think I will stop here and continue with you next time. Thank you very much.